Hi everyone, welcome to Aquatics by Nature. Today is really just maintenance day. While I've been busy making videos, this tank has got a little bit more overgrown than I was kind of expecting, so today is time to just have a little bit of a tidy up and a little bit of a trim. So I thought I'd try a bit of an experiment and try and record as I do it. I'm not sure whether this will work, but I shall give it a go, definitely. Anyway, the first thing I'm going to do today is I notice on the crinum here, the crinkled onion, that there's actually a leaf that's decaying away. So the first job of the day is really just to nip that leaf off, just to tidy things up a little bit. If you leave too much in the way of decaying vegetation like that in a tank, it can be something that will attract algae, so it's good to remove things that are really past their best. But, that's that one removed. Now I can see there's an odd, very tatty cryptocorean leaf while I'm in that area. Might as well just nip that one off while we're there. But mainly the tank has just got very overgrown at the moment, and there's a little bit too much growth in the middle of the tank, so there's not really enough room for your fish to swim. Also, the water surface is being covered a little bit too much, and if you have too much surface cover on a tank, it cuts off the gas exchange too much, and if you're not careful, your fish will gasp. So I'm just removing a little bit of the water lettuce first as well. Not a very quick, easy job, as you've seen before. But I think the main job of today is this Nades here, which has basically grown on its own in the middle of the tank. And because it's in the middle of the tank, right the way across here, it's really stopping the fish from swimming up and down. You'll find the behaviour of the fish changes when a tank becomes very closed in. So there's actually lots of other bits of the Nades down the back here behind the Amazon sword, and bits here, and bits actually at the other end of the tank here as well, which have just sort of self-rooted. So I think it's time for the Nades in the middle to just be nipped off and got rid of now. So I'm just going to gently go along and take out most of it just by nipping off again and just gently pulling it out. One of the things I like about this plant actually is it tends to just drop off a few little pieces from time to time, and then they just drift around the tank and root somewhere else. So it's quite a fun plant really, but it's just very easy just to nip out and thin it out. But you might even see within the time scale of this video how the fish behaviour changes, because once the tank is much more open, as I say, the fish tend to become a lot more active and a lot more lively. But as you can see, the glow lights are pretty chilled out with me with my hand in the tank here. They're not overly bothered. But I always try and be as careful as I can, as you see. I like to make things nice and gentle, and also drop the snails back in that are clinging on the plants as much as I can as well. Don't like to sacrifice a snail unnecessarily. But now you can see it's starting to open up and look a bit brighter as well, because it was getting a little bit dark in the centre, and it's actually making it a bit difficult to make some of my other videos because the colour contrast was a bit all over the place. Oh, there's a Marno shrimp, doesn't want to go. But yeah, I'll just get rid of a bit more of that. And then you can probably see in the middle here, there's some bits of ambulia which look a little bit strange. It's basically just where they've got shaded out too much by the tiger lotus on the top here and all of that guppy grass that I've just removed. Basically what's happened is it's got too shady. This stem has grown and then it's aborted, so it's basically just stopped growing. So as it's a bit untidy, and we'll have that one nipped off as well while we're there. And the same with this stem here. Cut the snail back. You can see it's just not quite right. It's not nice and green and fresh, especially like that one. So again, we'll just get rid of that. But that's looking a lot better. Just a little quick bit of maintenance and soon improve the look of a tank. There's another two stems over here that are not looking great, so I think we'll lose those. There we go. There you go. It's amazing how different the tank looks just after a couple of minutes of very simple maintenance. And then I noticed at the other end here, there's a couple of leaves on the Amazon sword here that are looking a little bit they've got a little bit of algae on them and just don't look quite that nice. So I'm just going to take those couple off as well while we're there. So trace them back to the bottom. Not always easy to do. There we go. One down, another one to go. I think I'll probably leave that little bit of Nades there. And as you can see, there's a piece drifting across here, and that will probably land somewhere and root if I don't take it out. And as you can see, there's plenty at the back here, got to do that. And the eagle-eyed of you may actually also see this little plant here. This is actually a recent addition. I actually found this in a local shop. I actually bought it as a different species of Nades, but I think it's actually Egeria Nades. But it looked quite an attractive plant and something different, so I thought I'd just poke a couple of bits in. There's one at the back here and one at the front, just to see whether they do okay in this tank or not. Really just an experiment, never tried it before, so we'll just wait and see really. But yeah, I think just a little bit of a few loose bits of Nades I think we will remove. And actually that bit's a bit untidy. We'll just get rid of that one while we're there. But there we go. That's pretty much all the maintenance done for another week or two. That should keep everything going. And yeah, I'll leave the camera rolling for a little bit because you may well start to see the fish behaviour change and they'll start to cruise up and down a little bit. So I'll leave it rolling for those that want to watch. And just get rid of that little bit as well. You know, actually, I think there's a bit more lettuce that we ought to get rid of. A little bit more than we need in the middle there. Let's get rid of a bit more of that. There we go. But as you can see, that hasn't really stirred the tank up very much. It's quite easy and gentle on the tank. But yeah, I think that'll do for now. That looks quite different, quite a bit nicer really. Just reorientate the tiger lotus a little bit. But yeah, there we go. If you want to know more about how I maintain these plants so naturally, without water changes or fertilisers, I'd be eternally grateful if you subscribe and give me a like. And if you'd like to help this channel grow further and reach more people, please share, that would be great too. You can also check out my playlists, but most importantly, enjoy your aquarium. Don't be a slave to it. Thanks for watching. I'll let the film roll on a little bit for those that like to watch the fish. Thank you.